Hello and welcome back to Flight Sim World. Thank you very much for joining me in this video, and today we're going to be doing a small flight. As you can see, we're at London Heathrow. We're going to fly from London Heathrow to Southampton using the Compton SID and the Southampton or SAM Star. In very simple flight. This is actually going to link in a little bit to the Flight Sim tutorial series that I've been doing, so if you're wondering a little bit about the SIDs and stars, go check that out. That video has all the information you need. So yeah, this will be linking in a little bit. A couple of things that I've set up today, or a couple of things I want to test today. One is this little device here. I want to see whether this works. Someone said that this will work with vertical speed, so that's what I'm going to try there. Second, I have switched on the weather radar. Last time I tried the weather radar, it did not work, so let's see if this time it does. There should be some rain in the area. There's certainly clouds in the area, so let's see what it picks up. So right, what do I need to do? Let's set this thing up. We've got we'll get rid of that. We've got that there, so that's fine. That's set up to Woodley, which is 352 on the NDB, as you can see. So let's see if that works. We need to set up a radial of 257 out from London. So I've already set up the London VOR. So let's set up a radial of 257, is it? 270, what's that now? 278, 264, 257, and then we'll set up the Compton radial 101. Let's get that done all the way around. 101. There we go. So we're not too far from the 101 radial anyway. All the information we need is right there for London. We've got the distance markers. We're going to set up, get ready for Compton on this, because I don't have DME information for Compton here. So it's probably a good idea that I get Compton set up on here as well, which is 114.35. Now, come on. It does get a little bit annoying. No, that's 25. Four, 3, 5, 114. There we go. Does that read as Compton? That reads as Compton. Fantastic. Okay, so that's a good one for us, and then we'll start setting up for everything else as soon as we get underway. So what we're going to do, we have to take off. We're going to be on the Compton, what is it, 3 Foxtrot departure, given the runway that we're on. So we take off once we get above, let's see, once we get above what, 800 feet, is it? I think it's 800 feet. No, 583 feet. So 600 feet, let's say. We're then going to ensure that we turn onto the London radial 257 away. As soon as we get on that, we'll turn there, and we've just got to keep climbing, ensuring that we get above 3,000 but not above 6,000 at any point. Fantastic. Sounds good to me. Then we should be looking at a track of 15 miles on the radial. Once we get to D7, turn to a heading of 269, follow the Woodley. Yeah, okay, got it. Let's give this a go. Flaps down to 1. Everything else is ready. Let's go. This is going to be interesting. Let's see if we can keep this nice and smooth as well. A little bit of wind, so we'll just keep the ailerons into the wind a little bit, and we'll have a nice smooth takeoff. There we go, positive rate. Gear up. Good rate of climb. Good rate of climb. Flaps in. Continue along our way. We're also going to ensure that we have the autopilot on now. Switch it into heading hold for now. Let that do what it needs to do, and we'll see what we can do in terms of that's a very steep climb. Waiting to get on that radial. bring that trim down. Not to a descent. That's poor. Just waiting for that radial. Keep a nice gentle climb. Not sure why we're not intercepting that radial yet. Do have the right radial set, right? 257, yes. Should be intercepting it very, very soon. There it is. Alright. We'll start the turn to follow that radial out. Stick that altitude. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Switch that off. Not that either. This is not easy because I've got the head tracking and it's not helping. That's not helping either. That's odd. Right. So that's not working exactly as I wanted. That's okay though. So we're going to continue this until we're 7 nautical miles away. So at the moment we're 4.7. So we're following the Compton departure very nicely. And our 3,000 foot... Where should we be at 3,000 feet? 11 nautical miles. So we're doing very well. As a matter of fact, I'm going to trim down. Let's get this vertical speed going, potentially. It doesn't actually work. Someone said this works, but it doesn't seem to be working. Not that. Ah, there we go, that's probably it. That's put it into active, right? There we go. Okay. Okay, fantastic. Right, we're at 7 nautical miles. We now need to turn towards Woodley, which should be on a heading of 269. So we're just going to turn towards Woodley now and hold that. I'll turn a little bit more. Alright, and our vertical speed seems to be okay, and our heading hold is good. Okay, here we go. So you have to press that button first. Fantastic. Okay. We're doing very well at the moment. There we go. That's Woodley's dead ahead of us. Great. I doubt we need this now because we're at the height that we need to be. And we're going towards Woodley, so that's absolutely fine. We're going to be some 13 nautical miles away from Compton soon. So if I switch on to Compton... yeah, I don't want to do this though, do I? I don't want to lean my mixture. Whatever. I feel like that's actually doing something. Is it? I have no idea. I have no idea whether that's actually done what it was supposed to do, but we're at 3,000 feet. We're following our way over there. 11, yeah, we're good for that. We're going to go to Compton and we're going to switch on to the right radial for Compton, which is the 101. Let's go 101. Although I suppose we should probably do the inverse of that. So that's what, 281? Like so. Let's keep our nose towards Woodley. We're continuing our climb. So we want to get to 6,000. 6,000 feet's our level of choice today. So we'll continue climbing up. I still don't see this working. But, you know, whatever. Maybe if I do that, that will get it working, won't it? Go on, keep climbing. At the speed we're going, we need to be climbing a little bit faster than that. Okay, we've done that now. So now we should be on the radial, which we are, and the track of 281. Fantastic, we're actually doing this. This is actually working. I should probably get this into nav mode, really. There you go. That will help. And then that is all the way into Compton, and make sure we don't go above 6,000 feet. That was nice and easy. And that's another 15 miles or so. Well, 11 miles at this current point. So now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to figure out a different... So we're going to have to start looking immediately at the Southampton approach. Which I know sounds a bit silly. Why are we looking at the Southampton approach already? And the simple fact is it's a very quick setup. I don't think that is working. I'll be honest. It doesn't seem to be showing anything, but I'll have to try it in very bad weather conditions and see what happens. Alright, so for the Southampton approach, we're going to go from Compton, and we're going to be joining the Sam Alpha... should we join the Sam 2 Alpha? Yeah, I think we're joining the Sam 2 Alpha from here. So we're actually joining it midway. Look at this. Does look good. Looks very good. Ooh, can I still do that jump out thing? Yeah, I can still do that. Okay. So what we need to make sure that we're tuned into is Southampton, which is 113.35. So let's get that tuned in on both. 113.75952535. There's one. We'll tune it in already on this, and we'll ensure that that's going for the radial of 105. And we should actually cross the radial. Is it 105? No, it's 015, sorry. We should actually end up crossing the radial very, very quickly. But we're going to have to double back on ourselves, essentially, in the way this goes. So let's tune it in here as well. So that's what, 113.35. Oh, I already had 113.35. There we go. We're ready, almost ready there. Now, what we're going to do is, once we get to Compton, we need to turn to a radial on a 184. That's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to turn 184. We're very close to Compton, and we're not climbing at the rate that I wanted to be climbing at. We've got 4 miles to climb 1,000 feet. I'll trim this up. Get me a much bigger, a much higher rate of climb. We might make it. We might make it. Slight worry. Slight, that is. No, we should make it. We're at 5,000 now. It's because this thing isn't climbing the way it's supposed to. I don't think this works. I still don't think this works. This thing's vertical speed right there. Switch that off. Have it in on that. Is that what causes it? Oh, hello. There we go. Nope. That's very different. That's done something remarkably not like what I wanted it to do. At this point, I'm going to go back into heading hold, because we're going to switch to next navigation. It's going to be 184. and now it's decided to go into a descent. What is going on? This aircraft does not work the way it's supposed to. What is it? 184. I've never had trouble with... Yeah, look at this. It's just something else. Switch that off. 270, we're actually across it now. So I should have already started turning, but I couldn't because of the aircraft. And we will now begin a turn all the way over. And we did get to the 6,000 feet. Shush. I'm descending very shortly, so shush. And we're going to be coming into the Pepys intersection shortly. Yeah, look at this. Alright, 5,500 feet we'll have to do. Have they changed the ground textures? Because that looks a lot better. Much more realistic. Alright, let's intercept that VOR. Or that radial, should I say. And we should be following this for 18 nautical miles. And then 15 more nautical miles and we're down to Southampton. Very, very simple. So Southampton is the 015 radial, so we will be getting ready for that very shortly. It's going to be on a course of 195. Which is fine. Right, so we should be able to intercept this now. Drop that a little bit. Right, can we get our altitude down? 5,000 there. Vertical speed. That is that going to work? I mean, it says altitude. It goes down. 184. Is that 184? 183. 183. Switch that to 184. There we go. There we go. Easily done. Nice and simple. That's happening. And we are descending very nicely. So now we just have to follow this for a few more miles. And you can see there's the coast out there. Southampton Airport's not too far. Weather radar... Well, it's supposed to be... There was supposed to be some rain in the area, but... yeah, I can't see any rain in the area. I'm actually going to switch that weather radar off because it's not doing me any favours. Bye-bye. No. Switch off. 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 There we go. Alright, so now we're following this out very nicely. I don't think this is working still. I have no idea why. I mean, the navigation and heading works absolutely fine. It's just the altitude and the vertical speed that does not work. Approach works on this, back course works on this, navigation heading works on this. Right, so we're going to ensure that we have that on 15 degrees. So once we intercept that, we've just got to basically follow that in. And at that point, I'm also going to now switch to a different chart. Again, these charts and stuff I explain in my series, the Ground Up Advanced Flight Tutorials. So just be aware of that. I'm actually going to now start descending, actually, at a decent rate. I want to go down to... I'm going to try this again. That's not it. At 4,000 feet. Vertical speed. Altitude. No, switch that back on. 3,000 feet. It's not really doing the descent I want, I'll be honest. But we are about to get an ILS running, so... Right, we're pretty much coming up to the radial. So what I'm going to do now is, if I were to switch this to heading mode. Set this up to the 198. Is it 198? I think the track is 198. 198, 195, 195. 195. Switch that there. That's pretty much on it now. Switch that into nav mode again. That should intercept that radial pretty sharpish. Get that descent going. Slow the aircraft down. And as a matter of fact, once that's done on that, I'm going to tune in Southampton, which is 110.75, which is the ILS for the runway. So I'm going to start tuning that in now as well. 110.75. Go that way. 65775. That's now in the correct. That looks like that's at the correct place. So we'll do that. Switch that back into heading mode. That's heading mode. Right. 16 miles away. Still descending very slowly. But we're getting there. We're certainly getting there. And aside from the whole problems with the all the issues with the what's it called? Oh, I should probably turn in a little bit more. There we go. All the problems with the vertical speed, which is still happening. I mean, the altitude it's saying it's going down, and it certainly is, but it's just not how it's supposed to. I feel like just switching this off. I'm going to do this myself. Let's do this all myself. There we go. Now we're trimming to have a descent. Right. How do we need to do this? 113.35 is there. 375. There's some obstacles to be wary of. 13 miles to go. I think we're too high. I'm going to reduce that. I'm going to actually trim this down properly. There we go. And now I'm going to tune in the ILS. And there is the ILS for it. So let's get this lined up for the ILS. For runway, what is it? We're landing runway 20. So it's runway. Oh, why is that climbing suddenly? Stop climbing. We are definitely above. Right, and back in to a heading of runway 20. There we go. Yeah, this is not doing anything. Right, go away on that. Oh, let me hit approach mode on that. Let's see if the approach mode works. We've not tried approach mode on this aircraft. I'm pretty sure it does work, but let's see what happens. Now, don't climb. Don't climb. Don't climb. Why are you climbing? You're the most ridiculous aircraft I've ever seen. No, forget it. Right, you've had your shot. Where's the airport? I'm going to do this myself. There it is. That's the airport ahead of me. How am I supposed to bring this aircraft down? There's the airport dead ahead of me. What a useless autopilot system. Right. Let's get this on the glide. I'm just going to land this myself now. So we managed to use the charts correctly. I tried the other tool with the aircraft, didn't work. Yes, I know I'm almost done that, but there's a reason. Look at the descent profile I have. I have one of the most ridiculous descent profiles I've ever seen. Shush. Alright, I'm just going to go full idle. There we go. Fully idle as I bring this aircraft down rapidly. This is a rapid descent. They have changed the colours, you know. I'm almost certain of it. Because this looks more like Britain now. The whole patchwork looks a lot more like Britain. It's not just brightly coloured farms. It's more... Yeah, this is a lot better. I'm not going to make this runway. Slow that aircraft right the way down now. This is not how you do an approach, by the way. Not at all. Keeping it on the localizer though, which is pretty good for me. Right, 160 knots. We should be at 120 right here. Not 160. Lights are coming alive though. Long enough runway to bring the aircraft in on. We've got a slight wind from the left hand side. I can feel that. So I'll just be slightly careful of that. Right, 140 knots. I think I'll deploy the gear. Really slow us down. There we go. That it also shuts that alarm up. And starts slowing the aircraft down rapidly now. There's the lights. That's what I wanted. We're on. We're good to go. Fantastic. Who thought I'd managed to recover from that? I certainly didn't. One stage of flaps. Right at the border. I didn't think I'd recover from the autopilot failure there. But yeah, we've done it. Power in. 100 knots. Once again, second stage of flaps. Fantastic. That was surprising, and that brings me nicely to the end. And we're down to 90 knots, exactly where I wanted, what I like this aircraft to land at. I like 90 knots as the landing speed for this aircraft. Now, in the snow video, I managed to land this remarkably well. How? I'm not too sure. Let's see if I can do the same here. I doubt it, but you never know. Runway 20. Amazingly, I've got that aircraft down in the best fashion once again. I did not think I'd be able to do that. Well, there you go. There you have it. I'm actually getting good at flying this particular aircraft. I just don't like the aircraft, that's all. Alright, we'll have to go right down to the end of the runway. Welcome to Southampton. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Flight Sim World. Leave a comment in the comments box below. The person who told me that this works, how do you get that working? Because, again, it didn't seem to work for me. It said it was in vertical speed mode and it didn't get rid of the navigation mode, but it didn't seem to actually do anything. So, if you can tell me how to get that actually doing something, that would be, well, pretty much fantastic, wouldn't it? So yeah, if you can do that, I would really appreciate that. And if you guys do want to know about SIDS, stars, and everything I was talking about here, the Compton VOR, the Southampton VOR, do go check out my series, the Ground Up Advanced Flight Tutorials. In there you will learn everything you need to know about flying an aircraft right the way from scratch, including how these autopilots are supposed to work. Wow. How these autopilots are supposed to work. So yeah, you'll be able to have a look at all of that. There's no perimeter fence here. I swear there's supposed to be a perimeter fence. Oh well. I'll end this video here. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to support me on Patreon. www.patreon.com/ecgadget, or if you want to, or just check the description box below. Any amount would be massively appreciated, even if it is just $1. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you guys next time in Flight Sim World.